Okay, hello to our 8 viewers. We got 8 viewers. We have our final 8 players here. I will be posting the scenarios for each of their satellite and top 8 results. Exactly what they need in a few minutes. Just give me a little bit of time and I will be commentating. Well, we have Adam Basser all in, under the gun +1 with pocket sixes. Julian in a tough spot with ace-10 off. He calls. It's a flip. Let's see what happens. Nothing here. One of Julian's aces is dead. Not great news for him. So we got a 52. Actually, Julian is favorite. 52-48 based on dead cards. That's pretty interesting. Let's see what happens. And the flop, Jack 4-2. That's pretty safe for Adam. He's now 70-30. Julian turns the gut shot, and Adam holds. He doubles up. 58,000 chips. Go Sebastian. Stocky, who are you? Sebastian, he doesn't need any help. He's in a good spot right here. Even if he doesn't win this tournament, he's still in first place overall. He's already a player of the semester. We'll see what happens though.
I mean, now no one can just call for no reason.
Now if you go all in and someone wants it, then
Now we're double up again.
hopefully they're rejamming and not calling. Call from Smart Fish. Fold.
Spencer calls the 4K with 10-4 suited. He likes the diamonds.
Raise 16.
Raise to 16. Call for 16.
We improved a little.
Brian raises to 16K. Jason with the call with 2 diamonds too. Spencer, he likes that 10-4 suited. He stays in there. He still has 28% equity. Never know. Brian flops top pair. He now has an 88% chance to win this pot, but I don't think he'll be getting any action. Nobody else hit this at all. Brian bets 25K, and he takes it down.
Ryan, can you move the chips away from? Like, can you give me?
Where's the button?
It's on Jason. David was just the big one.
Yeah. Okay. I just literally couldn't see the button. It's because I think he had it behind his chips. That's all.
Hold it to me. 9,000.
Hold. Nice.
What happened?
I raised to 9,000.
I thought I heard all of them.
I guess not yet.
You said all in? Call.
Adam
It was
shot.
Rick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, good luck, guys.
That's somehow.
5, 2 clubs.
Oh.
That's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Good one.
GG.
Adam, very good game. You played very well on the table. I don't look forward to seeing you at champs because it means I'm not gonna win.
It'll be fun.
It will be fun.
Queen 3 is a terrible fucking hand.
Thanks. That was absolutely disgusting to watch. That Queen 3 hand.
Yeah, I should. Alright. Are you locked in
Stacks,
champion?
Sebastian. I'm
Yeah.
getting anxiety.
Yeah, because I was in 5th coming in. So.
With any luck, I'll see you there. I need a little luck.
Alright.
Ladder, need somebody.
So
help.
dead small blind.
Not just anybody. Help.
So I'm big blind.
Yes. You're just the blind.
Is the software good enough?
I use the fuzz.
Just put your ante. Just put your ante as blacks, and then you can put whatever you want for your big blind.
One, two, three.
It's on you first, Spencer. Gindi, Adams. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I told him. I put him in
Yeah,
there.
thank you. There.
8?
Raise to 8,000.
Call.
Call the 8,000. I fold. So Spencer 8,000.
Yeah,
Mike-
I'm good. Call.
Call. Call. Blinds are gonna be up next hand, guys.
BB.
Oh, Purse to 20.
Raise
Increase.
to 20.
Next hand.
I fold. I didn't change. I'm just gonna take it.
Julian
Oh
folds.
yeah. That's good.
It is ounce.
Spencer.
Call.
Call.
I'm all in.
All in.
This is sick.
This hand is so sick.
Yeah, really.
50.
Okay, we're back. We got an all-in from Mike, who needs to win this tournament to stay alive in the season standings. He needs to win to get 24th place. I think it's 24th, but if he wins, he makes the tournament. If he does not make it. He goes all in with the ace-7 suited. It looks like he's going to get called by a better hand. A lot of not really strong, but a lot of solid hands left to play here.
65. It's 74.
David is going to have a tough decision on his hand. He already is in for nearly a third of his stack with pocket threes. Jason folds, David folds. Spencer only has 12.5k more behind. He should be calling here, and he does.
I should not.
This is an 109k pot. We had 46 entrants today at 15k apiece, so there should be 690k chips in play. This is approximately one seventh of that. Flop. That is a really good flop for Mike. Flops a nut flush draw. Oh, it not. Never mind. Spencer flops jack, but Mike with a nut flush draw. This is a flip now. Mike still has a lot of hours. Any ace, any 7, any diamond, and Mike wins. And it is another 7. He spikes, trips 7s on the river to eliminate Spencer. Spencer still made it into the satellite tournament. We'll be seeing more of him probably next weekend, but his direct entry dream is dead. We now have 7 players left. Still a lot of scenarios to decide top 8. The only scenario left to decide the satellite is will Mike Tarpey make it or not. Wow, that was sick. 7 on the river. That is pretty sick. Stocky. Yeah, I don't know. I don't control the night pot. I don't know why it's deleting your comments, but
We're good.
Less than 77,000.
let's see how the standings are looking right now after Spencer's knockout.
Alright, next person who gets out is $1.
25.5 now.
Fold.
Yes, it's 25 now.
You fold. Brian folds.
Yes, it is on Jason.
Jason has not folded.
He calls. David is funky. He folds. Checker raise.
Love to play those hands, but not in position.
Heads up.
Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm not. Oh, pre-flop is limped, and nothing happened on the flop.
I'm the big one.
Looks like his hand might be over. I'm assuming Jason took it down.
What a time to be.
Corey Meister. Is that Corey Goncher? Hello. I know that's one of the big fans of my Value Town singing last year. Yeah, maybe I'll come back one of these tournaments.
Right now.
Oh, you had to fix it?
Still have the graphics from last hand. We will see when Matt Corcoran updates that.
What's the issue?
Because I had to go back to pre-flop, and so now I was waiting for a flop.
Just put in a flop. Literally any flop.
I tried.
Just click 3 cards.
I've been trying to like on online trying to experiment like
Yeah.
do I
Okay, and then just
like
just
do I
say
want
that.
like
you
I
said-
was like do I want to play like whatever under the gun I don't care
And then Jason
let people
folds.
think like I have a tight range or something
We're good.
but it's like I
Yeah.
it's like on you to
Yeah,
get
I
on
don't
play
know.
super
Cards
truthfully like I don't want to be like not bluffing all the time but then I realized every time I try to bluff it's
I don't know what's happening with Action Tracker right now,
might as well
but
play truthfully and play correctly dude it's so
hoping this gets fixed in the next minute or two.
I believe it's 57. No, it's 50.
Oh, just
Matt Corcoran, what are you doing?
the good news is that learning how to set the ball
This is not accurate for this hand, for everyone's information. Great time today.
5,
Yeah, it was. That was a tough first table.
39, 5.
Well, a lot of action. Hard to stay alive there.
I sworn I saw you last game
20, this is 30.
Still no word on
35,
from here
what's happening with the Action Tracker now.
38, 39, 25. I call.
Good luck, guys.
Hopefully this gets fixed soon. Well, we do have it all in. Let's see what it is. Action Tracker is finally starting to catch up.
Hold on, give me just a second. David folds. Julian all in.
Yeah.
And then Mike.
Julian went all in.
All
Not sure what he had. Sebastian called. Sebastian has the pocket eights. Julian has ace 7. So Julian, who is locked into the satellite, he needed to do well to make the satellite. So that's already a good finish for him. He needs to win this tournament in order to make the champs, or even have a chance at champs. His top 8 dream, and he hits it. Sebastian has 2 outs, and Julian gets a double up. Sebastian's still good, 150k chips left, but Julian, his dream is still alive. We still have 7. Oh, we have 6 players left right now. Sebastian, even with that loss right there, he still has the chip lead by 1,000 chips, 157k. Mike with 156k. He also needs a win. He needs top 2. I'm sorry, he needs top 2 in order to make the satellite.
I'm the small blind, you're the big one, Brian.
So we'll go through for the top 6 people left. Actually, we'll go through for the whole final table, including the 2 knockouts. Actually, we'll go for this first. Jason with ace king off under the gun. See what he raises to. He makes it 10k. 15k, I'm sorry. Jason makes it 15k. David calls for a third of his stack with pocket 6s. This is a dangerous spot for him. Really, really tough call there. An unnecessarily difficult spot for him.
I call
Sebastian also calls with king jack suited, and Brian calls in the big blind with 9-5 suited. This hand could get crazy. Anybody could win. A lot of cards here. Wow, and the king comes. That is not good news for Sebastian. Brian and David will be able to easily get away from this one. Wow. Jason just rips it. He just rips it in. What does Sebastian do? King Jack suited. He has top pair. Very solid kicker. We don't have the angle of him right here, but he's able to get away from it. Sebastian is able to get away from it. Jason shows his ace king. I don't know. He could have gotten some more value there. Obviously, he doesn't know that Sebastian has king jack, but jamming it in there. Not the worst move, but
You didn't jam?
Yeah, but
What are you doing?
that was already a pretty big pot, so
You could have lost.
I like that.
There. You have to show.
He does not want another. He does not want to see another card and let somebody else get there. So not the worst move.
Exactly, and it's a strong hand. It's a pair.
Okay, so now we have a quick break. We'll go over the current situation for the top 8, which is a direct entry into champs. Top 24, which is the satellite, and everything else. So first of all, we had 46 entrants today. There is a prize pool of $325. Yeah, we have $325. First place gets a $150 gift card of their choice. Second place, $100. David goes all in here with ace 5 off.
Fold, I fold.
Let's see if anybody has a calling hand. Brian in the small line, that's not going to do it. And David will get this through. He almost doubled his stack there. That was a really big win for him. He had 32K, he just added 25K there. So first place here will get a $150 gift card. Second will get 100. Third 50, and fourth place will get a $25 gift card. As for player of the semester, our award for the first place in the regular season, Sebastian has already locked it up by a good amount actually. Even if he gets knocked out now, he beats second place by over 60 points. So that's pretty safe. Adam Bassler, who was recently knocked out, he locked up fourth place in the final regular season standings. Let's see what happens here. Brian calls. He raises to 10K.
Jason folded. And then
David with pocket kings, easy jam. Woke up with it again. If he could get folds again, he's gonna increase his stack by 50% here, and folds are expected. Oh my God! He got 2 calls. What? Wait, no. Did that actually happen? Mike called with ace 2 off. We'll see what Brian does. Mike called him with ace 2 off. Oh, never mind. Nothing happened yet. Take that back. Mike is still in the tank. I'm expecting a fold, but anything could happen. It's 47K more for him to call. He has 151K in his stack. That's a good fold. And let's see what Brian does. He folds. David, another big win. He just turned his stack from he just went from 32K to 74.5K without seeing a flop in 2 hands. That's how you build a stack here. More than doubling up his stack in 2 hands. Not bad at all. Okay, going back, David Lamb, who was in approximately, let's see, what was he in? He was in like 16th place before today. He's in a pretty good spot to make the top 8. So he's locked in a satellite spot, of course. If he does not get 6th place, he's already locked in to champs. So unless he gets knocked out first out of the remaining 6 players, he's locked into top 8. If he does get 6th, the only way he won't make top 8 is if Julian wins, Jason gets top 3, and then Julian would need to beat David in a heads-up battle. That's very unlikely, though. It's a lot of things to happen. David is in a very good spot. Damn, I'm about to get knocked off the leaderboard by the guy who knocked me out in the tournament. Matt, I'm sorry to say, but you are already eliminated from satellite contention. Julian has already passed you in points. Spencer has already passed you in points. Jason has already passed you in points. Brian, he has already passed you in points. So, Matt, I'm sorry to say, this is the end of the road for you. David's all in with ace-queen suited. He gets called by Mike with ace-10 off. David, he just had 32K. He could have 175K within like 3 hands. Let's see what happens. Queen Jack on the board. Mike now needs to hit Broadway. David, if he could fade a king and he could fade a running flush, he is good. Only card here for Mike is a king. One of them is dead. And David holds. He's at 175K. He is at 175K after being at 32K 3 hands ago. He just 6x his stack in 3 hands. And he didn't even have to have a sweat. There's no sweat at all. That's how you do it, David. 3 hands and he's now in the lead. I think he's now in the lead. From last to first. That is how you do it. Okay, some more situational spots. Jason Michigan, who is in the blue shirt right here at the bottom of the screen, right next to David, right to the right of David. He locked up a satellite spot. He needs a top 3 finish to lock up a satellite spot. And if he does, there's nothing else he needs now that Spencer has been eliminated. 4th, 5th, or 6th, Jason makes the satellite 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, and he is in the top 8, a direct entry. Spencer Knowles, who got knocked out in 7th, he locked up a satellite spot, and he missed out on top 8. Mike, after losing half of his stack there, he goes all in on the big blind. After Brian opened it to 15K. Let's see what Brian does. This is a good proportion of his chip stack if he calls. Really tough spot for him. He knows that Mike isn't doing this unless he has a hand that's ahead of him. And if he could see what's happening right now and knowing that the only thing that matters for him is prize money now that he's already locked into satellite, Brian could call this. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see what he does. And he folds it. Mike builds up some chips after losing it. 93.5K. We got 11 viewers now. Let's build this up. 11 viewers. 6 players left. Let's see the other situational spots. Julian Cubiero, the long shot of the day. He was not even close. Actually, no, he was in like 35th place coming into today. He needed basically to make the final table to even have a chance at making the satellite. He did that. He has locked up a satellite spot. In order to make the top 8, he needs, first of all, he needs to win the tournament. And he also needs Jason not to get top 3. And if Jason does get top 3, his only chance at top 8 is if David is the next one out, which won't happen. And even if that does happen, he still needs to win a heads up against David. So basically, Julian needs to win this tournament, and he needs 2nd and 3rd place not to be Jason. So he's a long shot. The last 2 things are Brian He locked up a satellite spot. Nothing else matters for him. He's just looking for some first place prize money. And Mike Tarpey, he needs a top 2 finish in order to make the satellite. It's him versus Jack Calzaretta for that last spot. Jack is sweating right now, but he was happy to see uh,
He raised to 15.
David hold in that spot before.
That's his standard.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Jason is under the gun and he wakes up with a monster. 28 bigs. Let's see what he makes it. 15K.
15?
It's the standard.
Might be a little big, but
It's
it's a fine sizing with 28 bigs. Probably should be making it somewhere in the 12K range.
You should have seen the table. I was.
But it looks like he's getting all folds anyway.
Standard was like.
He does. Oh no, he gets a call by Brian, who he has destroyed. The flop is ace 10 4. Brian is drawing to running twos. Oh wow, no, he actually could chop it up here with a jack on the river. Jack on the river, Brian chops, and there is nothing else that helps him. I expect him to be getting away from this. He calls. Brian calls. River is an 8. It's a brick. Jason will be taking this down. Brian checks. And Jason, I mean, he blocks the straight. I'm guessing he's going to be betting.
Don't go your way.
He bets 26K, gets the insta fold from Brian. Brian is now short 43K. He has the least pressure on him out of everyone. He's, like I said, he's locked into the satellite. Nothing more, nothing less. All he's worried about now is prize money for this specific tournament. Not much to worry about for him.
Lines are up next year.
Lines are up. Next.
We still got 6 players left. Let's see what's happening.
His cards are.
Can you tell me before I see it?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you through your AirPods.
Oh yeah. Monster.
Mike calls in the cutoff with Jack 4 suited. Sebastian raises to 16K, trying to take down that limper and the big blind ante. 11K to call for Mike. Looks like he's going to stay in there. He has a 37% chance of making the best hand by the river here, but staying in is another case. Mike flops middle pair. Sebastian hits nothing. Let's see what Mike can do. If Mike stays in his hand and takes down a big pot, Sebastian will not be happy. That Jack 4 suited stayed in there.
Oh, there it is. There's a big one.
Mike bets out 5K. Sebastian folds it. Did he actually bet 5K?
Yes, 3K.
Lines are yeah.
Maybe he did. I don't know. That would be a pretty shocking fold with 2 overs to such a small bet. But I don't know. Maybe Sebastian has some read. I don't know. That doesn't make sense though. A 5K bet. I'm assuming there was some misclick there in the action tracker.
Next person who gets out gets $2.
Do not listen to that. He's
Next person who gets out gets a hand job from Torque.
Alright, everyone's gonna get down to 1 blind.
It's 5-5.
It's 3-6.
The Julian Act.
I folded.
Okay.
Mike calls, I fold. Mostly my balls money. Especially because.
What are you gonna say? Like, you know you're the better player, so.
No, I don't know. You've won every hand against me.
Okay, let's see what's happening here.
No, like I know. No.
We got Mike calling the hijack, Jason completing in the small blind, and David checking. Mike flops the best hand here, 87%. Basically, he just needs to avoid running diamonds or an ace. He bets out 15K after 2 checks, and he gets 2 folds. He's back at 138K. Not what Jack Calzarotto wants to see.
Jam over the top with 6 more off.
So call you with quads. It's cool.
No, I'll fuck quads right now for you.
If you flop quads,
6 players left. David with the most chips, 176K.
you flops quads, they get $5.
On any hand.
missed the percentages, but not a big deal at this point.
Find yourself a pocket pair.
We'll have Mike under the gun,
Playing your pocket pairs is just
the man with the most at stake, needing top 2 to make the satellite. Jack 3 suited. In the tank, 6 people left, Jack 3 suited. He has 20 bigs. He makes the correct fold. Sebastian wakes up with a monster ace king off in the hijack.
12.
He opens to 12K, a min raise. Brian folds king 8. 10-9 suited for Jason. That could be a dangerous hand for Sebastian. Going against a big stack.
Running call too.
Queen 9. So now Jason's destroyed. And Julian with ace jack. A lot of hands in here. Looks like
Not exactly possible here.
Jason hit the best out of that flop. Flopping the flush draw. Sebastian with the backdoor flush draw. David also with a backdoor draw. This could get interesting. It checks through. Jason turns top pair. He's in pretty good shape here.
20.
Only things he's worried about are
Fold.
Jack, Queen, King, Ace, not of clubs. And he holds. It's him versus David.
Checks.
I'm assuming that they're going to slow down. Jason
Barrel.
checks, David also checks, and Jason takes it down.
It wasn't, but still could have done it.
224K for Jason.
Yeah, we should
That's
have, but we literally have
33% of the chips in play. Brian is short, Julian's short.
Should've barreled.
Besides that, a lot of people still with pretty healthy stacks. I wouldn't say healthy. Sebastian's just with 13 big blinds, but
I don't know why my stack against
14 big blinds. But we'll see what happens.
That's how it goes. Line box.
I love getting ace king, going 4 ways and seeing that
Yeah,
fold.
that
We got 3K, 6K, 6K blinds. We're playing with a big blind ante. So you do not want to be short and be in the big blind. That's just dead money that goes in the middle.
12. Makes it 15 at 2.55. But
Jason min raises, opens to 12K with ace 4 suited.
don't take it, don't take it. Just wait.
And it looks like he's going to get this one through. Unless Mike calls. Mike defends with his queen 2 off.
Better than when I was dealing in standard was
See a
5
flop.
flop.
33K in the middle.
We go 5x free.
Mike hits bottom pair.
Where was
Nothing for Jason. Pretty dangerous spot for Mike though.
I check.
check?
That smashes Jason's range. The king and the jack on the flop. And a 9. I mean, there's not too many hands where Mike's good right now. I think he should be folding this.
15 and call.
He does make the call. He rivers 2 pair, so now he's not getting away. But a 10 beats him. A 10 would make the straight. Jason's not getting Mike off of this, so let's see what he does. He might just bet out, even though 10 beats him.
Tell me you're not satisfied by the nerd cheese pizza.
I mean, I was.
We got 63K in the middle. Mike, who I think this might be his second or third poker club event. He bets out 35K and he gets snap fold from Jason. Mike came into today with 30 points on the semester, which is not much at all. But top 2 finish today, which is looking more and more likely, and he
More people are going on.
will find his way into the satellite just with this tournament alone. This tournament, we have 1.5 times the points of a normal tournament, so this is a pretty big deal. First place alone gets 225 points.
I'm trying to make it as easy as.
Brian,
Am I on the
8-6 suited under the gun. This is a spot where you could actually jam it just because you do not want to be in the big blind with a big blind ante, but he folds it. He'll be left with around 5.5, 5.6 big blinds. Wow, David goes all in 144,000 chips. That's 24 bigs. 24 bigs jammed with 3 behind.
This is 100,000 right here. 107.
That's not what the books will be saying, but
117.
Back to Mike.
118.5.
I mean he's gonna get a lot of really good hands to fold. Ace, I think he just got ace 4 suited to fold. King 10 off. Should be folding this. You never know though.
Alright, fold.
He does fold. Sebastian folds. Wow. David just got through 3 really decent hands with basically the worst out of it.
Here's my 5.
He would have lost that. King 5, king and a 5 would have came on that board. Sebastian, if he knew
Fuck do you jam there?
what had just happened,
What do you
he wouldn't be
I
happy.
can't tell you. What do you have?
Sebastian basically would have doubled up there if that didn't happen.
I can't tell you. That would be rude.
Mike would have stayed in, Sebastian would have stayed in, Mike would have flopped top pair, Sebastian would have flopped bottom set. Coulda, coulda, woulda though.
That was wild.
David ruined that dream for Sebastian. Yep. It happens.
I couldn't believe what was happening.
Jason with 33 bigs, now under the gun. Brian, he could be at risk in this hand. He has a lot of his chips in the middle.
I call, I flop a set, I milk him a little.
12k in the middle to be exact, and that's around
David.
30% of his stack.
David is smelling the color blue on the wall at the moment.
6 players remaining. Jason under the gun with queen 10 off.
Makes it 15.
That'd be especially troubling since the walls are not blue.
He raised to 15k.
Julian.
Julian will be jamming this, and he does. Ace jack off is all in.
I am all.
Mike with pocket threes
Wait, Mike folded. All right.
Yes.
Sebastian.
makes a fold. Sebastian,
Damn.
not good news for Julian.
Damn it, he jammed it
Not
there.
good news at all. Brian is also all in with ace 5. We got 3 aces dead.
Jason is, you have more than all of them.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Stack is Sebastian.
Jason, 58.5k to call.
I actually don't like my odds, but I'm gonna do it.
He's still in the tank.
3.5. How much do you?
I mean, if he could see all the other people's cards, he would be making this call, but obviously a very hard call to make. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Fold, I think you're guaranteed.
I have 73.
2 people at risk with inferior hands. If Sebastian can hold, we'll be down to 4.
That's right.
Good fold.
Jason folds. He doesn't block anyone's outs. He just blocks potential straights.
That's alright. That doesn't happen anymore.
I don't want to like change anyone's like perceived outs.
No, that's alright.
Julian and Brian see the bad news. Let's see if a king, if a 5 or a jack can come.
Oh, wow.
Brian, he hits the 5.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude.
Triple up scenario right here. If he can stay in. And a jack on the river.
That one.
Wow.
Back on the river.
Wow, wow, wow.
Solid fold by him.
Brian gets eliminated there. Julian. Wow. That is humongous. Sebastian still has 20.5k left.
You're out, Brian.
That river cost him another 40k because he would have taken Julian's chips. Instead, he has to give 20k to Julian. 40k swing on that river for Sebastian. That's like a 200k swing overall. You can see Julian's in shock right now. Wow. Holy. Ace Jack is better than Ace 5, which is better than Ace King.
I mean, I had no business winning that.
Julian getting a picture for his friends.
Sebastian should have 100%.
For the record, he just cracked Ace King and Ace 5 on the river. I mean, he now has like a quarter of the chips in play. And he really needs a win. He needs a win to get that direct entry. For anyone that doesn't know, 9th place to 24th place, so those 16 players, they play in a 16-player satellite. Final 2 players standing will stop play, and they will be getting the 9th and 10th spot into Cam's tournament. So, I mean, if he doesn't win, he basically has a 1 in 8 chance of making Camps. If he does win, he gets that direct entry.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't jam that.
Camps tournament and satellite are also points based. So, for example, Sebastian has the most points. He'll start the champs tournament with the biggest stack,
And now we have a flop.
and whoever is in ninth place for the satellite, they'll start with a few more chips than, for example, 24th
Jack
place.
one bet 9.
Jason and Mike are in this.
Raise it.
Wow, Jason flops bottom two. Mike
Call.
flops
Let's take
middle pair, top kicker. Mike needs an ace, jack, or 6 on the river. He doesn't get it. Jason with 2 pair. He'll be taking this one down. Let's see if he can get any extra value on the river. He bets out. What is that? 26k. I don't think Mike's getting away from this. Getting pretty good pot odds.
You got my message.
Oh, let me see. Stream turned off.
What?
Stream's frozen. Oh no, never mind. We're good.
Can you see if I'm good for the champs? I am.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly gonna go update points.
Well, Kitty was pretty dodgy about it, but if I get I'm definitely in.
Jason got a fold there. Jason with 208k, 30% of the chips in play. Julian, 162. Looks like Sebastian's still the shortest one. We'll see if he could run it up at all. Still got 6. Is Brian He out? Did I miss something? Might have missed elimination before. Brian He might be out. Oh no, I already knew that. Brian He got out in that 3-way all-in. Okay, so we got 5 players left now. I think David has locked up a spot in the top 8. Let me make sure. Let's see, if Julian gets 225, he'll have 382. Who's left? Mike. Yeah. Okay, so David has now locked up a spot in the top 8 with at least a 5th place finish. If Jason survives until top 3, he'll also lock up that last spot, and Julian will be eliminated from top 8 contention. So basically, Julian is hoping that Jason somehow falls apart right now, or else he's no longer good.
And a lot that we didn't see as well.
My stack has been fluctuating a lot.
See what else.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Happening here.
What did you shove there?
Can I tell him?
Am I
Was
big?
that
Can I
a
tell
technical
him?
shove?
Go ahead.
Pocket threes, baby.
Am I big?
Yeah, you're there now.
Okay, so 135 points will be awarded for the next elimination. We're also on the money bubble with 5 people left. 4th place will get $25 gift card. 3rd will get 50. 2nd will get 100, and 1st will get 150. This was a $10 entry tournament with 46 players. Mike flops a boat. He's already. Julian's dead. He's already good. He's going to try to slow play here, hope that Julian can hit a piece of this.
11.
Wow. Ace 3, he flops the absolute nuts. There is no hand that can beat him. Only potential hand that could beat him is if pocket 2s, rivers, quads, which never happens. Mike might just make a smooth call, hoping that Julian hits something. He does not. Julian gonna double barrel, not knowing he's run into a monster. Bets 25k.
Oh, nice.
Did he just call? Oh, he went all in. Mike went all in, obviously.
That was a good bluff.
Julian snap folds. That is, again, not good news for Jack. With 5 players left and Mike having 198k chips. Second place is, top 2 is extremely likely at this point for Mike. Wow. So some quick context. There was a player, Noam Fox, who if he just laddered one more place with 11 people left, he would have knocked Jack Calzaretta out of satellite contention. He didn't do that though. Instead of being ahead of Jack by half a point, he did not do that. Wow. David Lamb wakes up with pocket aces here. Sebastian goes all in, 20.5k. Jason calls with 5-3 off. David, what are you doing? Just calling the aces? I mean, you already got a big pot. Make this pot big. What is he doing? He's letting Jason see it. Now Jason hits a 3. A flush draw for Sebastian.
Bet 20,000.
So he has pretty good equity against David's aces. He actually has better equity than David. Flush draw. Sebastian has a flush draw and bottom pair. Jason has middle pair.
Call with middle pair, he said.
David just jams this, not wanting to see another card. Jason, let's see what he does. He gets away from it. So a zillion apps for Sebastian. He could hit a king, any heart, or 2. Only one card is dead. He hits the king. And the river does not counterfeit him. He triples up. Now it's 76k. No, he quadrupled up. He was at 20k there. He's now almost at 80k. Sebastian is alive.
I guess you just get Jason out, but like, who cares?
That's very good news for Jack. He doesn't want any eliminations.
It was so sick because you put the cards over the sensor and I saw
Mike Tarpey could ladder just 2 more times, 3 more times,
it was like the highlight of my night.
then he'll make it.
8K, 8K.
Oh, I gotta change that.
Wow, that was pretty crazy. I mean, it didn't come back, just limping there, and just flatting there didn't come back to haunt David, but it could have. Pocket aces getting cracked. Wow. Yeah, that was end for it. Okay, Jason under the gun, ace 10 off. He'll be opening that. He makes it 16k. David with king queen off. Let's see what he does. This is an interesting spot. I think he should just be flatting here. Definitely can't fold that under the gun. Jamming might be tough. He goes all in. David goes all in with king queen off. Jason, I mean, that's a pretty strong raise under the gun, 5-handed. I mean, not as strong as obviously a 9-handed under the gun raise, but still. David's usually behind in this spot. Jason, 127k to call.
I put 15 there.
There's already 179k in the pot. 127k more. He basically needs
No, it's fine. I'm gonna call.
1.2 out of 3. What is that? He basically needs 40% to make his call, which he does. And he does make the call. Humongous pot, 300,000 chip pot, by far the biggest one we've had today. Almost half the chips in play. David's at risk. By the way, that joker is the 10 of clubs, as you can see on the board. Our 10 of clubs. The RFD is now working. Wow. Jason flops the ace. David is drawing dead. And good game, David.
Yeah, GG.
Good game. Yeah, David in the booth.
I gotta chip him up.
Oh, David's gonna go chip him up. Let's ask a quick question for the feed. One quick question. What was the thought process for jamming over his under the gun min raise?
For who? This hand?
This hand, king queen off. Why'd you feel the jam?
King queen off.
King queen off. It's a good hand. Premium.
It's a good hand, though.
That's fair. King queen off.
I thought.
Aces and king queen off. 2 hands in a row, getting destroyed.
I mean,
That's tough. Yeah.
well, because Jason usually he'll
He'll
three
he'll
bet
open.
if he has a super strong hand, and
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
assumed it wasn't too strong.
Yeah. Makes sense.
At worst, I'd probably going up with I wouldn't be dominated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you don't think you're going up against
Yeah.
ace king, ace queen. That's fair. Okay, so we're down to 4 players. David just gets that spot he needs to guarantee a top 8 spot. He got 5th. He needed 6th, and he basically needed 5th to guarantee it. So now Julian's in a tough spot. The only way that Julian can make the direct entry into the top 8 is if Jason, who is by far the chip leader here, is the next one out, and he needs to
The other
win.
blues were good, right?
So that's kind of a long shot.
Then we're good. Or
Jason and Julian getting the battle right here. King Jack 6 on the board, so
What do the standings look like now? Is like everything pretty much like set?
okay, the only thing that isn't set, Mike needs top 2 to knock out Jack. If he doesn't get top 2, then Jack makes it and he doesn't. And then you're already set in first.
Yeah.
The only other scenario is, okay, David locked into the top 8, but Jason and Julian are
battling for a top 8.
but Jason has a huge advantage. If Jason gets top 3, he automatically makes it, and he has 320k. It's pretty unlikely he doesn't. Not only that, but if he gets 4th somehow, Julian needs to win in order to get it. So a lot of things have already been decided here. The only 2 things left is, as I just said, Mike Tarpey needs to get top 2 to make the satellite, and Jason needs to either get top 3 or not have Julian win in order to make the top 8. So Sebastian under the gun, 4K, 8K, 8K blinds. He only has 7 blinds left. He's under the gun. So next hand, he'll be in the big blind. Big blind, and he does not want to do that. It should be a jam. 8 bigs, 4 players left. He should be jamming this. He does make the fold though, looks like. Actually I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think he did basically jam. Never mind, we have the wrong hand. Sebastian has ace-jack suited, he goes all in. That's an easy jam. Jason folds, Julian folds. Mike is now considering with ace-9 suited. This is probably going to be a call. He does make the call. Sebastian has him dominated. 73-27. 125k in this pot. 5-8-5, backdoor flush draw for Mike. An 8 chops it up. Sub king on the turn. So Mike needs a king, 9 or 5 or 8. He does not get it. Sebastian with the double up. Value Town, Shadow Tarpey. Sub to his YouTube at Michael Tarpey. Let's check that out. Michael Tarpey YouTube. Michael Tarpey.
There's so many outs to chop.
Yeah, I know.
What does my stack say?
Probably
Rover. Yeah, no, that's not him.
Alright, now it has Jason.
Michael Tarpey.
Jason's on the button.
This looks like it's him. first video, intro to my channel. Mike Tarpey, he has a bodybuilding and powerlifting channel. 4-minute video was just put on his channel. T Murph, plugging Michael Tarpey's channel. Nice. Let's see. This is the video he's talking about. Here's my video montage. Jason, who now has 40 bigs, which is a lot. There's only 80 bigs left in play, or like 100 bigs left in play. Actually, a little less than 100. Jason min raises. It's the correct play with 4 players left. He gets it through. Building his stack even more. 340,000 chips behind. That's 50% of the chips in play. Wow. 50% of the chips in play for Jason. T Murph, sometimes you scare me. Stop spamming caps. What? I don't know what Nightbot is doing. We gotta turn that off though. This Nightbot is cancer. One second. Sebastian, how do we turn off this Nightbot? It's like deleting everyone's messages. It's like this Nightbot thing is deleting on it's weird. Yeah. We're back. Mike Tarpey is a bot. Maybe he is. We had 3 players here. Jason, I mean, he's just flopping the world every single time. Top pair and a flush draw. Sebastian bets 11K with middle pair. Jason just calls. He has Sebastian dominated. A 9 on the turn. Sebastian can only hit an ace or a 6, but it needs to be not a club. Oh my, he hits a 4-outer. He hits a 4-outer. He checks it, takes it down. That is sick. Run good after some run bad for Sebastian. He lost the ace-king hand, but he's won a few big ones after that. Pre-flop raise amount. Jason and Sebastian have made it. Have opened 27% of the time. Other 2 players are under 15. I'm assuming that number is going to increase as there's only 4 players left now. So all these 4 players are in the money. $25 in a gift card of choice is guaranteed with $150 up top.
No, I mean,
Same many viewers we got now.
I'm not saying you do, I didn't mean.
yeah, no, I don't mind.
13 still.
The thing is, like, people are basically insufferable. Call and check.
Sebastian takes down another one. Tarpey has an ace under the table. Maybe that would be an interesting move. Keeping one of the cards. If Mike Tarpey can make the satellite, basically just from this tournament alone, that would be pretty crazy. Coming into today with just 30 points, and he has a real chance.
Each of these is
Just needs to outlast 2 out of the remaining 3 players.
each of us needs 4, right?
But he's in last place right now out of 4, 85K, 10 bigs. Never know though. One double up and he's back in second. So still his life. As you can see, the Joker in the deck is not a wild card. It's just the 10 of clubs. Our 10 of clubs, and our RFID deck stopped working, so we had to use one of the Jokers. We're hoping to get some new decks for next semester. Maybe run it up. Send us some 4-colored RFID card decks. That would be pretty nice. Anybody that's watching has Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime. You have one free Twitch Prime subscription. You could subscribe to the channel. It won't cost you anything. We'll make $2.50 for that subscription. The benefit for you, you get to use the Chintan emote. That is currently what subscribers get. The Chintan emote can be blasted in this chat. I'll send some of those out right now. The Chintan. Oh, for actually, a lot of people don't know who Chintan is. Grad student from last year, back-to-back Champs tournament winner. He went undefeated. Let's see.
Smells like turning stone in here.
Chintan emotes are in the chat. Nice. Shout out to Chintan Shah, one of the biggest poker club legends in history. Only 2-time winner, and he was only here for two years. Represented the country of India very well. I don't know what's happening here. Quick break, it looks like.
Everyone chipped out for good.
See if I could pull up the current standings.
So like I'm top 3, I'm picking it.
If you what you get what place are you in? What place are you in? Oh yeah, could you make it to the top 8?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Because he's out.
You need to outlast one more person and you're automatically in. Even if you get out now, he needs to win.
I pretty much crushed it.
If he gets out now.
Alt tab. Okay, we're back.
You'd have to win.
And you would have to place your wagon 50.
Let me try that again.
If you come second, I would make it.
Join the accounts.
Yeah, yeah.
Never thought
I
I'd
counted him. He has 119.
I was 109.
109.
I was in like 31st place in one.
You know what you have, Sebastian?
176.
Okay, then we're good.
109, 176. How much is it?
And you have 360.
That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, we're good.
Alright,
3,
everyone,
2,
everyone.
1.
Alright.
Poker.
Let's start back up here. Small blind.
How much did blinds go up yet?
It's still 4K. For another 8 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna try to pull up the link to the current standings. This might be
No more chip up is needed.
pretty hard to do though.
We're good. You want to take over here? I'll go run in there.
You shitting me? Have you seen me run
I'm all
that
in.
tractor? For how much again?
What did Mike do? Call?
Yeah, and I'm all in.
Yep.
It's for 176.
Sebastian has Ace King off.
No.
Julian might call this with Ace 6 off. I don't know. Nope, gets it through. I'm gonna try to pull up the standings for the regular season here. 1 second. I have to type it all in manually, so
Over, under,
could take a few
nothing
minutes.
back at 3 a.m.
Under.
Under?
Yeah.
Alright,
It's Evan. He's gonna.
that's true.
Really? I feel like if it was Evan, it'd be over.
Who's driving?
Evan. He's the
I'm gonna
only
put a
one
new
who
tab.
out of the group that went.
Dude, y'all are calling cars,
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
sorry, sorry,
No one wants to put their car over the street.
Oh,
That's why you just don't
you did the big
park
one
it.
last time, right?
Like me.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I gave you 1K. Alright, so you owe me
But
4K.
I don't pay for
Because I told you put in 10. Okay, I thought you were a small one, so you owe me 4K. Because you put the 2 red, I threw the red back, so 5K. I gave you a 1, so that was 4K. I gave you a 1. So you owe me 4K.
I'm give you a
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were right.
Yeah.
You got it.
No, like, I don't care. I'll probably take it.
Call from Jason.
Honestly, next semester, I'm so ready for that
I'll sell you for like 13,000. That's way overpriced. I'll charge you 9,000.
Yeah, I'm taking an 8 their schedule.
8 a.m. Order Lab is the worst
Well,
thing.
I'm also taking with my friend.
What's her name? I don't care.
Now you're right to say what's her
I
name.
know, that's why.
Yeah.
See if this works.
Oh, yeah,
Great. There it is.
I actually used like 7.
HTTPS.
In the cookie?
Yeah.
Did it taste good?
Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't like I used like way too much. It's like that's how much I needed.
Yeah.
Because I made like a huge pot of short.
Oh, nice. That cooked.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I now need to find something else to give that.
It's called pouring it down your throat.
Race-
Yeah,
race is
because I don't
funny.
actually drink.
Well, that did not work.
Jason
Try
Race
this
is
a different way.
funny.
Maybe it's already here.
Yep.
Looks like the stream is frozen a little. Okay, you got this in anyway.
I just can't really stand the smell of it.
How much longer till the line's at?
4 minutes.
The only alcohol I have are like Smirnoff Ices, and those are bloated and
Oh,
shit.
you can just slam those down. I love doing that.
But the thing is, I still taste like
How
the
much
straw.
for 3 of the roads?
Okay, a little hard to see,
It's so much fucking
but
better for what?
Yeah, then you gotta take a shot of vodka to get it over with.
here are the current standings. We got Sebastian, he's going to jump into first place after this tournament. Matt Corcoran, Quinn Pearson, Adam Bassler, Lee Zhao, Alex Schwartzberg, David Lamb, and Logan Barrett right now. Logan Barrett will be knocked out of the top 8 to one of Julian or Jason, most likely Jason. And then top 24.
I'll start boofing shit.
How is it? Okay, so top 24. Matt Mendel is already eliminated because Julian Cubiero has jumped over him. The only person left at risk is Jack Calzaretta, who could be knocked out if Mike Tarpey wins. So now let's go back to this. Doesn't look like we missed too much. Maybe we did. If so, whatever.
I drank a liter of vodka with my uncle in 2.5 hours, and I was
We put this back on right away. No, that was an all-in 10 minutes in front. So Mike just calls. Sebastian folds.
It's gonna cost you. He controls it. You wanna see free cards. He's in the business.
Jason makes it 20K with pocket eights. Julian has one of Mike's outs.
Let's take a flop.
We got Jack 10 versus pocket eights.
Easy to see the flop.
I'll sub if you sing value down. That's not today. Maybe another day. Anyway, you don't need a sub. It's not a big deal. Jason bets 20K. Sounds like fireworks are 10 minutes ahead. We're gonna close it so we don't hear any more of that. Seems like a hand that we'll be seeing in 10 minutes is pretty crazy. Current standings: Jason with still half the chips in play, Sebastian with a quarter of the chips, Julian and Mike in third and fourth,
Like everything.
each with approximately 13 and 12% of the chips in play.
It's not even like that.
Yeah, it's because we hand need it. That's all.
Only person really with a lot at stake here is Mike.
All in.
Julian with the queens. Let's see if Sebastian wakes up with anything. He's gonna have to wake up with something really good because he's not gonna be calling unless he gets Oh no, that was blind versus blind. So Julian already took it down.
On my laptop.
Mike just with 9 big blinds left.
Don't listen to Jason about spending more money. Get a new battery.
This is hand 37 of the final table.
No, I think
Seems like a lot more than that.
No, don't do nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't like walk around with a generator in your backpack every time you use your laptop. It's like
Sebastian in the big line, 8K big blind, 8K Annie.
rev up my diesel with a generator.
Jason with king 3 off.
Oh, 20K. Raise to 20K.
He looks like he just limps. Oh no, he raises to 20K from under the gun.
I'll get you.
Julian has him smoked.
Blinds are up next hand.
119K behind. He might either call or just jam it in here.
Julian made
He's
it.
definitely not folding.
Yeah, Jason called. Julian.
He does make the.
Jason limp.
Yeah, 20, 20.
Maybe I missed something. Oh no, Jason just called like I thought.
Mike and I folded. And
Julian makes it 20K,
Jason called. I am caught.
and then Jason calls. Okay, so we got a flop. Bricks, both of them. Julian is still very good. Only card that could beat him is a 3. One of those 3s is already dead. Jason will bet out though. He might get this through. He knows that Julian is playing pretty tight, and he already has a pretty short stack. This would be a big scoop for Jason. He does take it down. He's playing pretty well. 40K profit on that hand. There's 60K in the middle after the flop, and he takes it down with the worst hand. So now Julian down to 12 big blinds. Jason with over 50% of chips in play. This could get pretty interesting. We'll see. I mean, one double up for anyone, and it's a new game, so very far from over.
I mean, like,
Right now, average is 17 big blinds.
I remember ours.
I'm more than double
And
that.
you're fucking us up with your.
Julian has those
What?
cards.
Do you have more than me? Just like yours.
I do.
That had nothing to do with me. We're talking shit?
Yeah, we're talking shit.
I call Jason check.
Sebastian completes in the small blind.
10K.
Blind versus blind. Jack 10 off against King 5 suited. Wow, Sebastian flops top pair, and Jason flops his second nut flush draw and bottom pair. Somehow a check through there.
I don't know, do I bring it up?
Sebastian, did he? Okay, so it checked in the river, and then Sebastian. Oh, no, never mind. On the turn, Sebastian bet 25K, and Jason called, and now we're at the river. Sebastian checks. Jason might be going for the bluff. 100K in the pot. Yeah, he's gonna turn this hand into a bluff. I don't expect Sebastian to get away from it, especially for what seems like a pretty good price. 35k. That should be a very shocking fold. He does fold it. Oh my god, Jason is just dominating everyone. That's the second hand in a row where he made a very good bluff with a hand that had decent showdown value. Wow. Jason now with almost 60% of chips in play. He's just smoking everyone.
If I had the 20k on the river, what do you do?
Mike's got 69.
69k.
Do you have 69k? Is that an accurate count? That would be pretty sick if you did.
He does. Oh no, he has 65, I believe. 64, no. Oh no, you do have 69. It's on
Yeah.
You should bet 420.
We both fold.
That's not 420.
Where'd you have that now?
Check.
Yeah.
Call check.
Okay, so this is actually very, very. No, not yet. I think I know some of this. 5-4 against 5-4. Does anybody have a flush draw? Jason does. He has a backdoor 4-high flush draw. Now he has a flush draw. Now it's 60-40 because he hits the flush 20% of the time. He bets out and he gets Julian to fold yet again. 5 high takes it down. He is just rolling over everyone right now. Aggression frequency, Jason is at the top of this, 49%. Sebastian with 35, Mike 27, and Julian 26. Jason, I did not expect that fold. We got 8-6 off against Jack 4 off. Wow, what a flop for Mike. Sadly, it doesn't help Julian at all. I expect him to slow play this again, just like he did when he flopped the boat. Hope to get Julian to bluff into him. See if he could hit a pair. Sadly for Mike, nothing hits there. Wow. Kings, and now Julian. It looks like Julian is going to bet out. Mike has a boat. Only thing that beats him is a king, or, yeah, just a king beats him. He's probably going to raise him. He goes all in. Julian's bluff, yet again, does not work. He's pretending like he didn't have 8 high, and then he folds. Not happy. 60k chips left. He is in the money, but 60k is not what you want to have at this point in the tournament. 7 big blinds. Any playable hand, he's probably going to be jamming in. Mike Tarpey just needs 2 more ladders to make the satellite.
They got White Claws.
The long shot to make it. He's on the verge.
White Claws tastes like ass too. Like seltzer is already like shit. I don't know why you want it.
What does the count say? I counted for you.
Wait, what?
I counted for you.
Alright, 1 sec. It doesn't show at the moment.
Alright.
1000.
You fold?
Yeah.
Alright. On to the next hand. Jason, you have 443.
Wow.
Dude, how
Rich
did
guy,
you
rich
so wrong? What are the blinds right now?
5k, 10k.
It's like,
Is it gonna go well?
Damn it, my bad, we're good.
Are you gonna do like 6-12 after this?
Alright, blinds are fixed. There's our issue. Yeah, it's not my fault per se.
All in from Julian.
Okay, Julian goes all in. King 7 of diamonds. Mike should be.
35, 45, 40.
I don't know. I mean, this seems like a
54.
under the gun though. Under the gun, 7 big blinds. Ace 8 off is very borderline. He does call. Sebastian folds. Jason, the Jack Links beef jerky, wild card hand of the day.
Jason, can you swipe your card?
We don't know what he has.
64,
Yeah, that was a big throwback.
85 on top. So he-
Wild card hand.
Oh, okay. What do you
yeah. Yeah, 89.
He's in the tank. Oh, yeah. Matt is checking what he has.
They're good now.
Shows up 10-6 of diamonds. He blocks Julian's flush. Not good for Julian.
Jason, would you?
Not good at all.
He went all in.
Okay.
Call. All right, show.
And he called. Oh!
Trying to get to head.
Jason goes all in.
Baby, Fireworks!
What?
That sucks for me.
Jason goes all in
You know who we want to win.
with 10-6 of diamonds. Mike Tarpey calls. Now we have a 3-way all in, 150k chips. If Jason can somehow take this one down, Sebastian will ladder to top 2.
That's it.
Okay, so
Mike, oh my. Oh my, wow. Mike is now at 251k.
GG Julian.
Trip 8s is good.
Gee, where would you like
Wow.
gift cards?
Jack,
Uber.
Calzaretta. It is now sweat time. If Mike can outlast either Jason or Sebastian, you are out of the satellite. Wow. Once again, Mike Tarpey started the day with 30 points for the entire semester. 30. That was like 90th place. If he gets top 2 here, he'll be in the top 24 and he'll make the satellite. He's just one place away from that.
Oh, wait, how much is it? 25?
So now that's the only thing that's left to decide the regular season standings. Jason has now locked up a spot in the top 8. Julian is in the satellite, confirmed. Mike Tarpey versus Jack Calzaretta. That's the only thing left. By the way, if Mike Tarpey gets top 2, Jack will have missed the satellite by 1/2 of a point. 1/2 of a point. Let's see how he missed this.
Like, U Club Shuttles, the green one doesn't run.
Jack is currently a 1/2 of a point behind Houghton Ma and 1.5 points behind Soren. This is the first time that we've ever given out a 1/2 a point, and it's because Jack and Jack and Matt Corkin split a knockout. We might have to re-look into that to see if we did that correctly, because that has a major effect on the final standings. So if that really only matters if Mike can ladder one more time. But he's in second place, and Sebastian is short stack right now, so not looking too promising for Jack. 1 second, we're gonna need a quick explanation on how that 1/2 point was given out. To see what happens in this hand. Sebastian has Queen 2, so nobody's at risk right now.
I'm gonna steal the in-ground.
30 total.
Excavate.
It's a bold move. Connor. Let's see if it pays off.
Good for your reach.
Just bring it.
Jason, can you rescan your cards? Yeah, take them off and then put them back on.
Flip them over and then
There we go.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, flip them over.
Okay, so Jason wins 150k pot right there.
I made my own.
So some quick explanation on how Jack got a half a point. He was in an online tournament, and him and Matt Corcoran both had ace queen and knocked out someone. So they both split a knockout. I'm pretty sure online knockouts are equal to 3 points. Let's confirm that. Online knockouts are 3 points. So both of them got 1.5 points. If Jack had gotten
It says 99.
3 points, let's just say Corcoran had ace jack in the hand. Jack would have had 3 points. He would have had the knockout, and he would be safely in the satellite. Instead, if Sebastian loses an all-in right here, Jack's eliminated by... Wow. Jason calls with 8-7 suited. Sebastian has him... He has his flush draw dead, but, I mean, 8-7 suited is very live against Jack. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, this is the fireworks hand. Jack, 8-7. Oh my god. Sebastian flops top pair. Jason flops bottom 2. He knocks out Sebastian. And with that, Mike has made the satellite. Jack Calzaretta is 1/2 of a point shy of the satellite. Wow. Final standings. Let's put in the final standings, assuming that Mike Tarby gets second and Jason wins. So let's see what happens in that case. So Sebastian got third. If Mike gets second and Sebastian gets first, not Sebastian, Jason gets first.
No matter what you do.
Wow, this is craziness.
No matter what you do, it changes his action. So if you limp, it changes.
Mike Tarpey has just
If you break, it changes his action.
made
You do what you want
the
to do.
satellite. So let's quickly go over what has happened here.
Let's go, baby! The tournament could be over.
Here's the current standings. This is assuming that Mike gets second and Jason gets first. So Jason will move up to 5th place in the season standings. He's up right under Bachelor. Mike is locked into at least 22nd place. Jack Calzaretti, because of that chopped knockout, he has 206.5 points. That's the only person, him and Matt Corcoran are the only people on this entire list to have a half a point. He has 206.5 points. Ho Tin Ma has 207 points. And Soren has 208 points. So Jack missed out on the satellite by 1/2 of a point. A half of a point. That's all it took. That is insane. Wow.
72.
So with that, we got everything decided. We have the satellite locked up, and we have the top 8 locked up. First place Sebastian, second place Corcoran, third place Quinn, fourth place Bassler. Jason Michigan is not locked into 5th yet, but he's locked into at least the top 8. Lee Zhao, Alex Schwartzberg, David Lamb are the rest of the top 8. Logan Barrett in 9th. Cam Giacalone in 10th. Tommy, Chris, Jacob, Spencer, Ayal, Datian, Julian, Eric, Brian, Anton, Evan Connolly did not come here, but he survives. Mike Tarpey
He has 374, so you
coming from 30 points, what place was 30 points? 30 points was approximately 75th place. He comes all the way up from 75th place to make the satellite. Soren has 208 points. He makes it. Ho Tin Ma makes it by a half of a point. And Jack Calzaretta, 1/2 of a point short. That is crazy. Let's go back to the tournament. We're now heads up. Jack Calzaretta, rest in peace. Wow.
He's like having his own party in there, isn't he?
This is insane.
The satellite anymore.
you knocked out Jack from the satellite.
What happened on the turn?
Mike bet.
Okay.
Jack Cal
That is so crazy.
Wow.
Rip Jack, that's nuts. Because Mike made it?
Oh, yeah.
You probably needed like one more spot.
When is the satellite?
It's gonna be next week, probably Wednesday.
That is by far the craziest
Oh, hold on.
finish we've ever had for a regular season. Could not get closer than that. A half of a point.
Too fucking bad.
Can you rescan the hands?
I don't care.
Makes
That's
two
supposed to be a full.
Oh, call. Alright, this way. You can do it either. Or check. Phone check.
How much?
10.
We might have to let Jack into the tournament if one of the top if one of those 16 people are unable to come.
Ante,
Jack will be the wild card.
5K.
So
The blinds are 5K.
we might allow him to be in. I didn't see what's happened here, but we now have even stacks. Jason and Mike Tarpey both have approximately 350,000 chips. We might have missed an all-in, but it's a new ball game right here. 5K, 10K blinds. I don't think we're doing a big blind ante.
We're shutting this shit down.
Maybe we are. Maybe we're doing oh yeah, we're doing a half big blind ante. So the big blind ante is 5K, the big blind is 10K, and the small blind is 5K.
When's it gonna be?
Deuce hearts.
Mike has nothing here. Jason has top pair. His bottom pair has already been counterfeited, but it doesn't matter. He's still good. Mike bet out there. He tried to bluff. Did not work. He just gave up here. Jason looking for some value. Does not get it. He's back up to 393K.
Alright, 6, 12.
Wow.
6,000. Well, why not make it like 60 million? What's the min chip?
1,000.
So quick with it. I should play more PC.
So now it's 6K, 12K, 6K blinds. Our 51st hand of the final table.
It's 6,000 small blind, 12,000 big blind.
I'll stream some Call of Duty.
Call.
Or, on top of
30 on top, so 42 total.
42.
Yeah, and a call.
We're seeing a flop.
Check.
Queen Jack versus Ace 9. Mike flops middle pair. All he needs to do is avoid an ace. He does take it down. He takes the lead back. So Sebastian got third place. He got $50 in a gift card. Both of these players are guaranteed 100. First place will get 150. They're both at least in the satellite.
Sick river too.
Jason
So give him
made it to top 8. Mike made it to the satellite.
very close.
And what do we have? Approximately 30 bigs
No.
effective right now. 25 to 30 bigs effective.
Before you not have Jack, how did you get
I'm in 2 places at once.
We chopped the bounty in an online.
Was that like the correct chop?
Yes, yes, it was the correct shot.
Because
Um,
we had the same hand. We both had ace king.
yeah,
So
Oh, and they both had the guy covered.
Yeah.
yeah, we both had the
So
guy
like,
covered.
so it wasn't whoever had the most points.
No.
It was
Yeah.
he lost by he's a half point behind. and Soren has a 1.5 point. Hotenma has a half point more than him. Soren has a 1.5 point more.
Wait, so what?
So you're in top 2 now. You made the satellite from 30. You're at 30 points today. Now you got top 2. You're in the satellite.
Yeah.
Jack.
it's on you.
So you knocked out this kid Jack Calzaretta who's been here for like a few years.
Call.
He's in 25th place. He's a half a point behind 24th now.
Wow.
We're in the sixth
Pretty
grade
good.
war.
You're
Mike not looking too good in this hand.
He's gonna be like, come on, guys.
He checks the big blind.
Totally.
You're good.
Wow, Mike flops the flush draw. Jason still has the better kicker,
If I shake this, does this
where he has a higher card. It's a 50-50 hand right now, but Jason's not gonna stay in. Mike will take it down.
Trying to push you. Makes more sense.
381,000 chips right now.
whoever gets second place?
About $100 to whoever gets second place.
105.
Where's that 5 coming from?
My pocket.
Oh, we saw that we lost
Oh,
the
yeah.
link.
Call.
Check.
Check.
Close.
Okay, so now Mike flops the backdoor flush draw and the gut shot. Jason with top pair on a pretty wet board. They both have the 5 kicker. That shouldn't matter. Mike needing just a jack or a queen. Jason hoping to avoid that. He has 84%. Roddy White, shout out.
31.
Roddy, very good man. Sherrod Lamar. Jason bets out 31K. Mike fishing for that straight. And he hits it. Mike hits a straight. He gets that gut shot in the river. Jason probably going to slow down right here. He checks. Mike is obviously going to bet out. He's probably going to make it pretty big. He's very excited to see that jack. Jason not happy to see that. Any 7, any jack, any queen, and Mike's good. Mike bets out 32K, very small, good bet sizing. He gets the call, and Jason
Yeah, I knew he was on.
is not happy to see that. That was a 200K chip pot. Mike now takes a commanding 2-1 chip lead. Actually, more than 2-1. It's more like 70-30 at this point. 68% of the chips in play for Mike. Wow, that is from 75th place to start the day to on the verge of taking down this tournament. And with that, $150 and any gift card of his choice. Jason with 221K. What does he have? Like 19 bigs.
Call and a check.
Honestly, 9-8 suited could be a jam, but here there's no need to do that. You could play it pretty. Conservatively, and it might be a better option. But according to the heads up push fold chart, 9-8 off is a 20 plus big blind jam. VPIP, Jason 68%, Mike 53%. That's the amount of hands they've voluntarily put a chip into the pot. So, not including their big blind or small blind hands that they've actually called or raised. Mike with a pretty good hand for heads up, queen 9 off. He just calls. Jason with the Roddy White hand. 8-4, red and black. Atlanta Falcons, Roddy White. Somehow he doesn't hit. Mike flops middle pair. Jason bets out. Mike with a call. He's still alive. Roddy White has done crazier things. 5 outs for Jason. He checks here.
30.
Mike, what does he do? He bets 30K. Oh, he folds. Come on, Rabbit Hunt. Rabbit Hunt. Show the Roddy White. We know that it would have hit. We know that a 4 would have hit in the river. But we'll never know. Jason, another good starting hand, 10-8 off. Heads up, that's a very playable hand. He should be. He could limp. He could min raise. he could jam. Jamming this. Let's see what the chart says. Let's pull up the heads up push fold calculator here. Heads up push fold.
I'll check.
Yeah.
I was looking
Hold'em resources.
looking at chairs at best to like holiday season.
10-8 off is a 17.5 big blind jam. This is assuming that all you can do is go all in or fold.
Like there's one that was just like too big, and then all the other ones.
Let's go back to full screen.
I'm not gonna get one.
Gaming chairs are so cheap.
Yeah, I know. That's why like I'm not gonna get one.
Jason, it looked like he ended up limping it. He's still gonna be good unless a 6 ace king queen jack
I might check and then Jason
10
bet.
or 6 ace king queen jack come, or a 5 or a 3. So a lot of outs for Mike to either chop it up or win. But Jason bets out. He gets the fold. It's a nice play by him. Still only 16 big blinds for Jason. Not short enough where he needs to just jam it in, but he's almost there.
Recommended height for like their standard one. It's like, oh, 5'9" or whatever, or like 5'10". I'm like, well, fuck, that's gonna be too small.
It's like a $400 chair.
Pocket nines for Mike.
Call checks.
He just calls. A lot of limping here.
Remember how much your office one was? Like,
Jason, he hits that. He bets it out. Mike is gonna call. He's not getting away from that.
you have it at school.
Only one card in front of him.
Raise.
He did he raise it? He makes it 45k. Not worried about that 10, and he takes it down.
Mine's are up 816.
Okay.
I'm assuming that if the blind level goes up one more time, it will probably be the last level of the day. Jason is already really short, 13 bigs. He needs a double up desperately, but both these players should be happy no matter what the outcome of this is. They both locked up $100. They both locked up the maximum finishing position that they could have for today.
So it's like EX
Jason is in champs.
There's a company that starts with an N. I forget what
Mike is in the satellite.
it
7-5 suited.
there's obviously a
Very playable hand once again. Heads up. They've both been getting pretty good hands. He calls at 8k. Mike is probably going to raise it up here.
41 total.
He puts out an additional 15k. Makes it 20. Oh, 41. 41. That's a pretty big sizing. Mike. Julian is rooting for Mike. Julian had a pretty good day today. 4th place. Locked up a satellite spot. Pretty good finish. It was too getting into the top 8 was pretty much too good to be true for him. Satellite is not bad at all.
Missed deal.
Mike,
First one. Actually no.
how did he get a huge stack? I think
On the table.
I missed that hand when we were looking at the standings.
And
I'm guessing he got a double up, but I mean, since then he's just been winning a lot of big pots. There's a 200k pot pretty recently.
No, I'm just.
Jack 9 off. He could just jam this in if he wants.
call. Check.
He just calls the 8k.
Couple of diamonds and a club. Couple
Jason has queen 8. Flops the world.
20.
An over. Backdoor straight draw. He turns the flush with a redraw to the straight flush. But Mike has top 2 pairs. He has top 2. This could get ugly. This could get ugly. Mike goes all in. Jason calls. He has a potential to hit a straight flush. He also has a potential to lose. 6 outs, and this is over. Let's see the straight flush. No straight flush, but he does hold. He's back at 284k. That could have been it. White Spider X, what place are you finishing in? I will tell you in 1/2 of a second. Let's go to the standings. Let's go to the tape. See the tape? White Spider X, Julian Cubiero. You are in 17th place, no matter what happens here. 17th place with 307 points. So you're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're 9th out of 16. One second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're 9th out of 16 in the satellite. You'll be in level 3 out of 4 for chip distributions.
Getting ready? Oh wait, I don't think you caught up yet. Oh my god. So you don't know anything.
Let's go back, see if anything crazy is going to happen. Nothing yet. 9-7 off for Jason. 17th place, not too bad, Julian. Get top 2. Wow, pocket kings for Mike.
Oh my god, look, wash his hand. It's so
Pocket kings. I'm hearing this could be a pretty crazy hand. He makes it 32k. Min is that a min raise? I think it's a min raise. Yeah, he min raises it. Julian, based on last year, it's most likely going to be something like 12k, 11k, 10k, 9k for the top 4, second 4, third 4, and fourth 4. So you're not going to be at a big disadvantage, but you will be at a slight disadvantage compared to the top 8 that are there. We might also change that. We haven't decided for sure. We could just do it. Everybody gets chips based on their stack. So Jason flops top pair here. This could get pretty crazy.
If you're gonna bet like 32, make it.
He still has 22% equity, so we're not saying he's going to lose, but this hand has a lot of all-in potential. 72k already in the middle. Mike checks his kings. Jason's definitely going to be betting out here. He's probably going to make it pretty big. 30k. Mike has got to amp this up a little bit. Got to make it probably 100k. 100k. Make it bigger. Maybe slow playing this. He continues to slow play. That is a very good card for Mike. Now Jason cannot win with a 7. He only has 2 outs, which are the 2 9s. That killed his chances. And Mike is good. Not the card that Jason wants to see. He still has top pair. He's not getting away from this. Mike checks. Jason goes all in. Jason goes all in. Can Mike fold this? Is he folding this? Jason goes all in. Mike has pocket kings. This could be the end of the tournament. Call this and the tournament is over. He is worried about ace 2, 6, 7, or 3, maybe any boat. Nothing happened yet. This is insane. Mike is considering this. He hasn't snapped. It looks like he actually might fold. Oh my. Can Jason get this through? That would be insane. Pocket kings in the tank. Jason is all in with the worst hand and he gets through. He gets pocket kings to fold. Jason, instead of losing the tournament, is now the chip leader. Wow. He thinks he's betting there for value. It ends up being a bluff that got through. Well, not a bluff, but it ends up being the worst hand. If Mike could just call with pocket kings, the thing is over. Jason does seem very strong going all in there. Not an easy decision with pocket kings, but wow. That hand, most of the time, is resulting in this tournament being over. Mike with ace king now, trying to take back the lead. That was insanity. Jason has gotten a lot of things through. That one was not on purpose. He was looking for a call there, but luckily he got the fold for him. But he's gotten a lot of bluffs through. Mike min raises with ace king. 72k chips in the middle. That's 10% of the chips in play. Oh my god, Jason flopping trips. Mike has 1%. He needs running aces or running kings.
The turn.
He's dead. Mike is dead. Jason is good with Jack 7. Mike with the insta call. Jason gonna bet again. Mike folds. That time he makes the correct fold. How gross. He makes the wrong fold with ace king, with kings, the correct fold with ace king. He loses to 9-8 and Jack 7 off. This is sick.
I don't think that could have hit.
Jason was on the brink of elimination. One hand later, he now has 61% of the chips in play. This is so crazy.
How much?
It went call check.
I thought you wanted to flop.
Check, check, check. 10 of clubs. Check.
Okay. Mike turns second pair there. Jacob with a gut shot. Jason Remain with a good shot. Nothing there. Seems like this is going to slow down.
Alright, I'll let you know, you'll have something to sign eventually, but it could be like up to 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, and then when's this satellite?
We'll email you.
So it's gonna be next week, probably Wednesday.
Alright, cool. You said?
Mike,
You check.
let's see what he does.
Spoiler.
Mike checks. Jason bets out with 7-2 off. Let's see if he can get another one through. He's been getting almost every single one of these through today. Mike has to be worried about a jack. He's worried about a queen, worried about a king. He gets another bluff through. Another one. He now has exactly a 2-1 chip lead. 480k to 240k. Somehow there's 720k chips in play. Maybe we round it up.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's fixed, it gets fixed. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, we need a key.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't need it, but I guess we can,
Actually, I can't believe Mike folded kings. I mean, that wasn't an easy call. That's sick.
If I'm in a mood like I am right now, I'll let you know.
Wait, one more. Can you put this on? That's fucking kill play. Finish. Oh, wait, by the way, we missed out on Hockey Born sadly, but whatever.
How many points did I end up getting?
Oh. $727 versus $559.
I'm gonna have so much more chips than.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, I think these chip stacks might be a little bit off. We're about 30k over what there should be in play. I think they're gonna get updated within the next minute or so. David chipping everyone up. Pocket Kings could have given Mike Tarpey the win. Instead, he has 33% of the chips in play now. A 1-2 chip dog. Okay, now we got everything fixed. No, we don't. Never mind. We do not have anything fixed now. Jason with 5-3 against Mike's King 4. Only thing that can help Jason here is a running straight or running trips or running 2-pair. Mike bets that out, gets a fold. Our 64th hand is coming up. 10k, 20k, 20k, 10k, 20k, 10k.
for
I have a half big blind and
Thanks
he
for saying, Matt.
is here.
Once
You
again,
close
thanks,
that?
thanks.
Yeah, good. Mike with under 10 bigs now. Oh no, approximately 10 bigs. He has 12 big blinds. On the button. King 2 suited. This is an easy all in, but they've been playing pretty conservative. I expect that he's just gonna limp here. Which that's not a terrible play. 12 bigs. King 2 limping that is reasonable.
You mean a call?
I'm gonna
Yeah, thanks,
Mike calls the 10K.
Jason,
We got 50,000 chips in the pot. Ace, 8, 9. They both have King 2. Jason flops a backdoor flush draw, nut flush draw. Mike is just hoping for a chop at this point. But if he bets out, he could get Jason to fold. That would be, and that's what he does. Jason has usually been the beneficiary of getting his bluffs through. This time, Mike is good. 14 big blinds now. 61% of the chips in play versus 39% for Jason. 1.5 to 1
Yeah.
chip
Where's the
lead.
third case? Oh, is it over there?
Is there a case over there?
Yeah, I can't grab it.
Okay.
Jason on the button, Queen 5. Expecting another limp here. 10K to call. Looks like he will. That's what he does. Mike with 9, 7 off. Let's see his spicy board. 5, 8, ace. Jason hits bottom pair. Mike needing a 6 to hit the gut shot. He has 10 outs on this board, and he's 6, and he's 7, and he's 9, and he's ahead.
Is there no more chips?
A 10. So now Mike has 20 outs. He has 45% with just 9 high because any 7, any 6, any 7, any 9, any club, any spade, any are good. He bets out there. He gets the fold. He's now back up to 320K. 400K to 320K. Anybody's game right now. Let's see what 20 out of 36 is. So Jason is currently 55.5 repeating versus 44.4 repeating. So Jason currently has 5/9 of the chips in play. Mike calls with 4-2 off. Jason goes all in. Mike snap fold. They're pretty even, but the effective stack is only 15 big blinds. That could happen in one hand. We're going back and forth. Joker, 10 of clubs.
I don't have anything in this room. I'm just gonna lock it.
We need to move the tables back in there. Jason with king queen off. That's just a small line, so he hasn't done anything yet.
I'm sorry for me.
Looks like he raised it up to 40K. Min raise. Mike defends his big blind with 10-2 off. Let's see. We already have 130K chips in this pot, so I mean the SPR is wow. Oh, this is sick. Mike with 10-2 off flops bottom 2. Jason with king queen off flops top pair with a backdoor flush draw, a backdoor straight draw. This hand is getting all in. Simple as that. I mean, there's no way that any of them are getting away from this. This is just gonna be bet Rays all in. I mean, this is getting in. Jason was a 32% chance of winning this hand. Mike goes all in. Jason snap calls. Mike with 68% equity. Man, Jason wins this one out of 3 times. He's behind, but he has a ton of outs. 5 outs right here. Now he has 16 outs, 64-36. Any jack, any queen, any king, any ace, any 9. 16 outs for Jason to take down the holiday tournament, the biggest tournament of the semester. And he hits the king on the river. He wins the tournament. That is it. Humongous pot. Jason gets it on the river. 36% chance. Pays off. $150 in any gift card of his choice. Takes down Mike Tarpey. Locked into 5th place in the season standings, 225 points. That is a very nice win. Let's see how the standings look right now. Final season standings are right here. Let's see what they are. Club results. Could X this out. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Maybe a little bigger view. Okay, 150. Let's go to 200. Okay, so here are our official top 24. Sebastian Harasim, Royal Divine 3, is our player of the year. 727 points. Nobody else coming even close. He is 167.5 points ahead of Matt Corcoran in second. He's going to start the Champs Tournament with a lot of chips. A lot. I mean, he's gonna have a huge advantage this year. I don't think we've ever had a first place finisher with this big of a win. Matt Corcoran in second. Quinn Pearson takes third.
Number 2, baby.
Adam Bassler with 499 points in 4th place. He's done very well this semester. Hasn't come to that many meetings or tournaments, but getting 4th place. Jason Michigan with 225 points there. He more than doubles his point total from before today. He's in 5th place. Lee Zhao he's been at the top for the entire semester, 6th place. Alex Schwartzberg, 398, 7th place. David Lamb surviving to be in the top 8, 16 points ahead of Logan Barrett.
Oh, you're lucky Logan didn't make it far.
Logan Barrett just misses out. David Lamb very lucky to get there. An automatic entry. Cam in 10th, Tommy 11th, Chris 12, Jacob 13, Spencer 14, Ayal 15th, Datian 16, Julian with a deep run today to get into 17th, Eric in 18th, Brian also with a deep run to get into 19th, Anton in 20th, Evan sticking around in 21st, Mike Tarpey getting 2nd place to jump from 75th place to 22nd. Soren in 23rd with 208. This is where it gets crazy. Soren has 208 in 23rd. Hotin Ma, 207 in 24th. Jack Calzaretta, 1/2 of a point shy. If he just got one more point, he would be in. 206.5 points for him. Matt Mandel, 4 points short of the satellite in 27th. Dayobi falls a little short. Ryan Stair a little short. Noam Fox, if he had laddered one more time today, he would be tied with Houghton for 24th. Some other close finishers: Srinji, Michael Ng, Cameron Stewart, Josh Locke, me, the King, nowhere near making it this year. 35 points short for me. Sam Belkin, he only came to a few tournaments. He did very well for himself. Falls a little bit short. Oscar, a regular. Not a great finish this year. Some other notable people that were close. But that will do it here. We're frozen on Sebastian. That's it.
Thanks for watching.
Let's go to full screen on the commentators.
Thanks for watching.
That's gonna do it here.
I'm happy to be number 2 in the club.
That will do it here. Thank you to our.
Share it with everyone, and yeah, all right, bye.
Oh, I think the stream is off anyway, right?
I'm Jubin.
Might be frozen in here.
No, you're still alive.
Maybe just frozen in there. Yeah, I'm still live. We got 2 viewers. One of them is me. One of them is here. Okay, we'll turn this off. Goodbye. Goodbye. Stop streaming.